The Khedivial Opera House in Cairo was the oldest opera house in all of Africa. It was built on the orders of the Khedive Ismail, who had a dream of Egypt to be a piece of Europe. So, he imported the European civilization elements to Egypt, especially its unique architectural style and cultural landmarks. Khedive Ismail started to construct an Egyptian opera house to be like the famous Italian opera house, La Scala, in 1869. So, he assigned an Italian architect to supervise the construction works. The building was designed by the Italian architect Pietro Avescani, and it took 6 months to finish. It seated approximately 850 people and was made mostly of wood. It was located between the districts of Azbekaya and Ismailia in Egypt's capital city. In the famous Opera Square, you will come across the statue of Ibrahim Pasha, Viceroy of Egypt. It is the work of the French sculptor Charles-Henri Joseph Cordier. Verdi's opera Rigoletto was the first opera performed at the Opera House on 1 November 1869. Ismail planned a grander exhibition for his new theatre. After months of delay due to the outbreak of the Franco-Prussian War, Verdi's new opera, Aida, received its world premiere at the Khedivial Opera House on 24 December 1871, as well as more esoteric performance, such as in the 1960s when an Indian magician performed. The name changed over time to become the Royal Opera House in the 1930s, and then, after King Farouk was deposed in 1952, it became simply the Opera House. During the period from 1938 to 1954, it was directed by artist and actor Solomon Naguib. It was in this period that the Opera House started to appear in Egyptian cinema, featuring in romance films such as Lan El Wafa starring Hussein Riyad and Abdul Halim Hafez, and Hikayat Hub, starring both Hafez and Maryam Far el-Din. In the early morning hours of 28 October 1971, the Opera House burned to the ground. The all-wooden building was quickly consumed. Along with the building, the fire claimed costumes, accessories, jewelry, scripts, documents, archives and historical artifacts from a whole century. Only one of the 2 bronze statues at the entrance survived the fire, and it is now on display in the gardens of the current Opera House in Gezira. After the original Opera House was destroyed, Cairo was without an opera house for nearly 2 decades until the opening of the new Cairo Opera House in 1988. The site of the Khedivial Opera House has been rebuilt into a multi-story concrete car garage. The square overlooking the building's location is still called Opera Square. Today, almost half a century after the burning of the opera, its former site is still known as Opera Square, and if you ask a taxi driver to take you to the opera, chances are he will take you to Azbekaya and not to the current Cairo Opera House in Zamalek.